Thanks for tuning in to the KRVN Sports Podcast page, your home for all of the local broadcasts produced by KRVN Sports. This page and the playback is brought to you by Hoegemeyer Hybrids, raising the bar on yield performance. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jayson Jorgensen. Well, for former Loper men's basketball standout Ty Danielson, he is on the move again. He has accepted an assistant coaching position with the men's basketball program at North Dakota. And as you might expect, he's pretty excited to be headed up north.
No, over the top excited, no question. I'm thrilled to get to Grand Forks.
How about this journey to get to North Dakota? How did this all come about?
Yeah, so it's been since I left Nebraska Kearney. I've been in the conference twice at two other institutions, which has been great for me, staying in the conference, my familiarity with the league, obviously. And then I was out at Fort Lewis College in Colorado for 3 years. We had a really good 3 years. And honestly, just feel like I'm to the point where I'm ready for the next challenge. I've had a lot of success the last few years in Division II. And this opportunity came for Division I. And I just feel like it's the time in my life where I'm ready for that challenge and going to hit it full on.
You're still a pretty young guy, but I would assume it probably goes along with the career and the territory, but you're probably a pretty good packer and a mover at this point, aren't you?
I've gotten a little used to it for sure. It doesn't take me as long as the first time. I know that.
How about this last year? That had to be just a super experience to be a part of what the guys accomplished there at Washburn.
Truly. I mean, those 3 games, those regional games, we were, as sold out as it gets. They weren't letting people in after 20 minutes before the game. I've never been a part of anything like that. And, it was 3 straight nights for our guys. There's not an experience like that in college basketball. Division I, Division II, Division III, I don't care. We had a sold-out crowd. It was loud. We won by 20-plus all 3 games. It was just, for our team, really, just those guys that chose to stick around. The transfer portal world, we had a few 4th, 5th-year seniors that stayed loyal to coach and stayed at Washburn. And so for them to reap that seed at the end of it, I think as a coach, that's probably the most special part, is just seeing those guys that have stuck it out and, they earned that.
What's this mean to you to get a Division I gig?
Honestly, for me, it's bigger than just the Division I side. My brother played here for 5 years. He's the all-time leader in games played at North Dakota. I walked in the gym for the first time, and there was a picture hanging of him up in the wall. And, I got a little emotional about that. He spent 5 years up here. We lost Dad. The community of Grand Forks was great to us, was great to my brother, was great to my family. They did an event towards the end of my dad's journey, and it was packed. They were all wearing Dad's shirts. And so just the whole community, it's more than just a Division I thing for me. I think it's just the opportunity to work for Coach Sather, who my dad really respected, and just the full circle moment.
When did this job open up?
Yeah, so their assistant coach took the Minot State head job maybe like a month ago. And so me and Coach Sather had been talking back and forth probably for about a few weeks, just trying to sort out all the details and when it could finally be official.
Do you know at this point maybe what your duties with the program will be?
So I think a lot of things defensively I'm going to hang my hat on. I think I brought a few ideas to Washburn that we had some success in year one. I think that's something that Coach Sather definitely wants to adapt to, be a little more aggressive on the defensive end, throwing some traps, ball screen-wise like we had the last few years. And so that's probably the most exciting thing for me, is that, I'm going to have an opportunity to coach. It's not going to be, where I'm just coming up there to learn and listen to a lot of things. I'm going to hit the ground running, teaching, and coaching. And so that's, for me, the biggest challenge and biggest opportunity that I'm looking forward to.
As an assistant coach in this day and age and where the game is at, what's it like trying to recruit these kids?
It's changed for sure a lot. I think a lot of times, especially in today's world with the transfer portal, how fast recruiting is, there's a lot of transactional recruiting, a lot of, paying for players, whatever it is. And that's kind of how I've got my niche in recruiting. Is early on in the relationship, they're going to know that it's not transactional with me. I care more about them. I'll drive to see them, talk to family members, just all the things that, maybe other coaches don't go to the lengths to do. I think I've had success, kind of doing that, making sure it's a player first. And they kind of know that relationship is number one. So that's probably the main thing, is just making sure relationships are solid, because if not, especially anymore, they'll leave you or they'll look for the next opportunity.
And it sounds like you've already hit the ground running. You're already trying to recruit this summer.
Yes, sir. I'm in KC right now, actually about to go recruit here in a few hours. So it's ground full running, and I'm excited.
Well, what an exciting time for you, and I'm sure you probably heard from some folks that you've dealt with in the past.
Oh, no question. Yeah, a lot of my old teammates too at Kearney, just staying in touch and hit me back up. It's been good to keep in touch with all those guys, and especially when something like this happens, you hear from a lot of people. So it's been good the last 24 hours hearing from a lot of people for sure.
That was former Loper standout and York native Ty Danielson, who has just steadily worked his way up the coaching ladder, now an assistant at North Dakota, and he knows all about the program after his younger brother Brady had a great run there as a player from 2019 through 2024. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jayson Jorgensen.